Good morning, everyone. It's June here, and I was feeling really inspired by all the flowers that are blooming, so I thought that I would bring you all along as I harvest them and make a bouquet to soak up all of their beauty. I'm going to show you guys one of my absolute favorite sustainable floristry tricks. So I cut these willow branches out in my yard, and I'm just going to weave them into a ball and then put that ball into my vase, and that's going to support my stems, and I can make a more structured arrangement that way. So you can use any bendy stems that you can weave to do this. You can also use chicken wire. That works really well. You just bunch it up into a ball and put that in. The benefit of the willow branches is that it's compostable, so I can just compost the whole thing when I'm done. I never ever use flower foam because it's super toxic and bad for the environment. So I want to show you guys some other creative ways to help support your bouquets. And here I have a willow ball. It's not very pretty, but that doesn't matter. I'm just gonna put it in my vase here, and it's gonna provide a lot of structure. I would have needed more willow to make it a perfect round ball. I actually did that at my wedding. I made a willow ball and I put it up in my bridal bouquet, and I was able to make my bouquet really big and have it keep some structure, and you couldn't see it at all. It was like tucked up under the stems. And then afterwards, I could just compost my whole bouquet. So I was down here by my greenhouse picking flowers yesterday, and I found something in there, and it's not good. I'm going to show you guys. But first I want to say, when I stopped flower farming, I just threw all my supplies in my greenhouse, and it's a total mess in there. I haven't had a chance to clean it up yet, so it's not super nice in here right now. So up here, there's a hornet nest, and yesterday there were hornets in here. They're probably quiet because of the weather, but there's also yellow jacket nests, which aren't as bad. These hornets are really aggressive, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. I found the problem. I have this screen up here and it came down over here. So there's a big gap. So I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, so I picked these flowers yesterday. They've been hydrating all night, and now I'm going to arrange them. I have this little container I'm going to put them in, and I have my vase here with my willow ball in there. Just going to put that there. And then I also grabbed this as old man's beard lichen out of the oak trees, and I'm just going to use it if I need to kind of cover the vase at the bottom if the flowers don't cover it. First, I'll show you guys what I picked for my bouquet. So these are all David Austin roses. They are one of my favorite kinds of roses with all the ruffles. I picked some sweet peas. This is called Amy. It's like kind of like a Queen Anne's lace. I found these little love in a mist. This is also love in a mist. I have this other white rose, some Dusty Miller here, pincushion, some bachelor buttons, verbena, some feverfew. I love just going out and picking whatever I find and then letting that dictate like the color scheme of my arrangement. So we'll see what I go with. I might not use all of these. I never worry about picking too many flowers because I just put them, the extras, in little bud vases around my house. And then here's some more that I picked. Some yarrow. This is my bronze fennel. Have these carnations. A lot of grasses. Some more sweet peas down here. Sweet peas. Some vetch. These are Shasta daisies. They grow wild here. And this is a blackberry. If you want some guidance how to structure your bouquets, it's good to have different types of ingredients. So that would be your focal flowers, any big round flowers like this, and then your filler flowers, little additions like these to add in. Then some spiky, tall, spiky flowers are good. Some greenery to fill it in, and then My favorite part is actually the little magical wispy bits, which the grasses are really good for that. They really add that like sparkle and magic garden quality to your bouquets. So grasses are one of my very favorite things to add into my bouquets. Or you can just forget all that and build your bouquet however the hell you please. I'm going to start with my greenery and go from there. It's important to make sure you always strip all the leaves off of the stems that are going to be sitting in the water. That'll keep your water cleaner. And another tip, if you can, is to change your water every day, and that'll make your flowers last longer as well. I thought I would share with you all a little something from my heart while I make these flowers. I have so much joy in my life right now. After years of chronic illness and a very dark period at the depths of it, I could only feel fear and pain. I felt like an empty shell of a person. And I was scared that I would never come back. Joy felt like too big of an emotion. And now I'm full of it. And I'm not sharing this for sympathy, but to connect to other people going through a hard time with chronic illness. And my main point is the joy I feel now did not come from anything that is happening outside of me. Even though my life is very, very beautiful, I still have plenty of struggles, but this joy is coming from within me. I feel like I reclaim my power back, and I'm using it to cultivate my experience. And I feel so powerful and alive for the first time in a long time. Maybe more alive than I've ever felt in my whole life. And I welcome in not just the joy, but everything I'm feeling, even the pain, because it feels so good to feel everything, to be a human in my imperfect body. I welcome it all in. I tried hiding from it all for too long. I felt everything too intensely, so I learned to shut it all out, and that created so much tension inside of me. Now I'm embracing my messy, beautiful self and learning to love all of me, and through that, joy has come flooding back in. I finally feel safe enough to feel this now, the good and the bad. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the complete overwhelmed system-wide shutdown that makes even joy feel threatening, I hope that you never reach that point. But for those of you experiencing that right now, I see you. I was there for a long time. Never lose your belief in yourself and the power that you have in you to change your reality. Chronic illness can be so draining of our life force, but it can also be a catalyst for great internal change. One of my favorite quotes from Rumi is, "If everything around seems dark, look again, you may be the light." I didn't end up using any of these bright colors, so I'm going to make a little mini one. Here's my little mini one, perfect for the tiny house. Here she is, all done. Now I just need to get her out of the sun. And my next step, my favorite part, taking her out into the forest and showing her off to all the fairies. As you can see, I go hard on the wispy airy sparkly bits, but that's my style. It makes it so whimsical. Unfortunately, these David Austin roses don't have a long vase life, and I picked them very open, so they're not going to last very long. But that's okay.